Dear friends, glad to welcome everyone on channel Feygin Live. Today is Sunday, 23rd of October. It is 21:04 and I'm apologizing for a slight delay. Yes, a past stream became delayed with Ilya Ponomarev. It also took part, Gennady Gutkov took part in it, and he was connecting to us. So everyone who is interested in holding an event in Poland, one of the members of organizing committee of which I'm sending you to the prior stream so that you can go and check it out. And today we are going to have a mono stream. I called it delayed and a continuation of what we talked about in the past on Wednesday. But there is a kind of certain persistent themes that I'd like to touch on, because many have been demanded my personal stream, and so I'd like to answer the questions that you are addressing to me, and all that you have, I will try, at least the main ones, to answer them in my stream. Please, if you are writing a question, there's a lot of you already, 20,000 people, please mark that it's a question from Mark, or put a big exclamation mark in some way, exclamation point. But I will try to answer all the questions in the second part of the program. As all usual, I will take the right to myself to give myself an intro, to share my thoughts, what is expecting us in the most recent future, and of course to do with war and other processes we're observing. And then I will joyfully answer your questions. Of course, they can be about the channel as well about some other things that are interesting to you about what I do. So the first announcement, literally, we have with Alexei Arestovich. We didn't have a stream. He had his own problems, and so he asked to reschedule for tomorrow. So tomorrow, as always, at 22:00 we will have a stream with Alexei Arestovich, and we will tell you about the news that have happened in the past 2 days. And so what happened, that the stream did not occur, that I apologize, such things happen sometimes. And we have over 250,000 50 days of war, and many things, anything can happen. And so there we go. Well, I called it delayed, but of course it's done with an sense of irony, and about Putin, such things we say because he's delaying his end in his bunker. And so always trying to find a phrase that transfers the meaning. After the 8th month of the war, I'm reminding you, today is the 23rd of October, tomorrow is 24th, and formally calendar tomorrow will be 8 months of war. So let's consider that we will allow ourselves to make such a let's analyze what Putin came to this with the 8th month of war, and what is awaiting us. Well, very obvious that we are at the entrance into the occupation of the right shore of Dnieper. Of course, it's most likely going to be attack on Kherson. We will see how it will take place. Of course, we don't know what exactly is planning Ukrainian army, but we are working with the presumption that this direction will be the key one, because it is, especially until it gets cold, this possibility is rising of Ukrainian army commanding has to make it to the right shore of Dnieper, and if the occupation will occur, to put there the future artillery weapons and different firing systems and HIMARS, and then shoot from there, to shoot at the left shore all the way to the sea up to Melitopol. My prognosis is that if there will be attempt of the occupation of the right shore, it will be the attempt to enter Crimea, in my opinion. It is doubtful that they will be spending time to first liberate all of the territory that was taken up after the 24th of February. I have a feeling that the plan right now is to bigger scale, but it's just my understanding, my estimate, and we will see. All the events that are taking place right now are connected with this expectation. Of course, it appears that Moscow's side, even according to its that confusing game that it's holding, with these announcements that are being done, that NATO is going to take difficult decisions of course, they're preparing public opinion that basically deoccupation of the right shore of Dnieper after Kherson operation that was conducted since the early September is potentially a perspective not so distant, and it's unclear to get more force to withstand in the way of that. So perhaps it would have been relevant to talk about all the recent moves of Kremlin since 21st of September that were attempting to mobilize should have brought a different result.